land of ours.
I was probably a little bit like you. There was a lot of talk about the COVID-19 vaccines. I didn't know what to believe, and I tell you, everyone has an opinion. Some of my friends got vaccinated and some were against it. But I knew this was an important decision, so I went to somebody I already trusted, my doctor. It's your call, so talk to your doctor or healthcare provider and make the decision that's right for you. You can go to getvaccineanswers.org for the latest information. That's getvaccineanswers.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Healthy soil can help protect your farm from drought, improve production, and protect soil and water resources. Plus, healthy soil can lower input costs, and that can lead to a healthier bottom line for your business. Contact your local Natural Resources Conservation Service office today and unlock the secrets in your soil. This message brought to you by the NRCS and this radio station.
As delectable as garden-grown broccoli can be, battling caterpillars, harlequin bugs, aphids, flea beetles, and a myriad of other pests can take the fun out of growing broccoli. Try companion planting to spend less time fighting bugs and more time enjoying the garden and harvest. Some companion plants physically hide broccoli, while others mask plants with their fragrance. To discourage such pests, underplant with thyme or a living mulch of white or subterranean clover to discourage cabbage worm butterflies or cabbage looper moths from laying eggs on broccoli. Plant annual herbs, German chamomile, or dill, or perennial sage, or hyssop to deter caterpillars. Grow a plot of collards several feet away to lure diamondback moths from broccoli and other cruciferous crops. If you have struggled with flea beetles in the past, grow a crop of radish, pak choi, or Chinese mustard greens early in the growing season. I'm Kathy Isom, Southeast AgNet.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Variable cloudiness today with a thunderstorm this afternoon. High today 89 to 91. Then clearing skies this evening. Low tonight 73 to 76. Thursday and Friday both will have sunshine and some clouds with a thunderstorm in spots in the afternoons. High Thursday and Friday, 89 to 92. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
It's rodeo time in Ocala. The 39th annual Ocala Shrine Rodeo returns to the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion September 3rd and 4th, 7:30 nightly. Witness the superstars of the PRCA as cowboys ride to help children walk. For tickets and information, check out OcalaShrineRodeo.com for broncs, bulls, and babes. The Ocala Shrine Pro Rodeo, September 3rd and 4th, 7:30 nightly.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to hour number 3.
It's Hump Day!
I'm sorry. I got excited. I got excited.
Hey, Joe, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
You've been in the workforce for when did you get your first job?
I was 14.
14.
Worked for my Uncle Tony in the Italian market.
How many jobs you had in your lifetime?
Oh, I never counted them, but I've done a lot. I've been a projectionist, an ice skater rink, whatever you want to call it.
When I saw this story that I'm about to tell you about last night, I thought about
on.
the jobs that I have had in my lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
And I counted the ones I can remember.
How many?
70. Wow. But I was of that ilk that, when I was 18, 19.
Yeah.
You're going where? To the beach? I'll get a job. I can lose this job. I'll get another job. Because I worked in the restaurant industry.
Oh.
And you could, if you were good, a good server, good bartender, personable, you can get a job at all times.
Yeah, no, you're a good bowl thrower.
Yes, we'll go with that.
Well, on radio.
Well, yeah, if you can't dazzle them with brilliance, baffle them with... Exactly. And I'm good at that.
I would have never guessed it.
It's what it takes to be a quality radio host.
Yes.
So, but I saw this.
What quality?
Saw this. I don't know if you know this guy, if you've heard of this guy, but his name is Ronnie Bailey Sr. He's here, lives in North Central Florida. He's 61, works for Duke Energy.
Oh.
He's a working foreman.
Okay.
He just celebrated his 40th year with Duke Energy.
One job.
But that's not the amazing part.
Oh.
He's never missed a day of work. 40 years of perfect attendance at his job at the power company.
Do they pay him more?
No, he still makes the same check he would make whether he had to, but he's got all these sick days that he's never used.
Does he get to use them though? I wonder. Every year
at retirement he gets to cash them in. I would think. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, it depends on the company.
Yeah, it depends on how the company is. But he's never missed a day of work in 40 years.
I can't say that.
That's amazing.
Oh yeah, but depending on what his job was.
Well, he's been a lineman. He's now a lineman foreman. He was a ditch digger.
Did you ever work while you were sick?
Yes.
So have I.
Yeah.
So it's like
I've been on the radio where I've been coughing like a
choo-choo train.
Yeah. And,
okay.
Yeah. But 40 years, and he's been everything from a ditch digger because he dug ditches to put wire in and everything.
Oh yeah, sure. Buried cable.
He said he's done probably 11 or 12 different jobs internally while working there.
Oh yeah.
But never missed a day of work in 40 years.
Well, he's like my dad was. My dad, I don't recall.
That kind of work ethic you're not going to find very often.
Well, that's, my dad worked for Winchester 35 years.
Like the gun manufacturer Winchester?
Yeah, New Haven.
Huh.
But I remember him going in, and where we lived on Edward Street. If you follow Edward Street, it goes straight, and then there's a big old hill way up and way down on the other side, and that's where Winchester was. I guess it still is there. And he went there one day, one cold winter day, and it snowed so hard while he was at work, and they didn't shut the plant down. It just kept chugging right along. So he got off, I guess it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we didn't see our dad. I didn't see my dad.
Right.
Where's my dad? I was like, here he comes walking home. He couldn't get the car out. It was snowed in totally. He walked all the way home, which usually, if on a good day, without snow and everything, it'd take you about 40 minutes or so.
Right.
Well, it took him over an hour and a half just to. He had gotten some packing bags, clear plastic packing bags.
Right.
Put his feet in there, and then put his feet in his shoes, so his feet wouldn't get soaked.
Right.
From all the snow, and he walked all the way home that way.
Well, my dad used to tell me he walked to school uphill both ways.
Yeah. But then the next morning, he used to be at work at 7.
Right.
So figure how early he had to get up.
Because an hour and 10-minute walk through the snow.
Go back, and it wasn't a nice.
No.
We're talking 5 degrees, 10 degrees.
Yeah.
He bundled up and he went back, and then that day he got his car back and drove it back. But
yeah. Well,
so work ethic.
This man's 40 years at Duke Energy, never missed a day. And here, his family, the acorns don't fall from the tree.
Uh-huh.
He has a 32-year-old son, Junior, and a 31-year-old son.
Uh-huh.
They've both worked for Duke Energy since they were 18 years old.
Oh, wow. And?
They've never missed a day of work.
There you go. Oh, yeah, it does it. Now, you were saying different jobs. In Winchester, he worked for a branch called Ramset. A Ramset is a tool that shoots steel nails through steel.
Right.
They're tempered and everything. Boom, boom, boom. He worked for that for a while. Of course, he worked using in the gun section.
Right.
But never mind, we were in the city.
Well, that's like me when I worked for Georgia Pacific. The year and a half I worked for Georgia Pacific.
Uh-huh.
I was a line feeder of veneer to make the plywood.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I was on the cleanup crew to clean the place up while they were making plywood. At Georgia Pacific in Hawthorne.
Okay.
It's now closed. The plant's now closed.
I hadn't.
But I was a cleanup on the cleanup crew originally. Then I was a feeder of veneer.
Yeah.
I was a forklift driver. I was a assistant oven operator where the actual plywood got baked together.
Yeah.
I had like
squeezed.
4 or 5 jobs inside
the
job.
I remember he took one job. Winchester owned property just outside of New Haven.
Right.
And it was a forest and that's where they would test the guns. And he would come home and tell about the testing the guns.
Right.
And some of them they would put in holsters or whatever you want to call them. They would lay them down in there in bags, and they would boom, and the gun. These are rifles.
Right.
Some of it he had to put up against his shoulder. He come home and his whole shoulder was black and blue. What happened?
Gun kick.
Double kick.
Oh yeah.
My dad was 6'1". He wasn't a little guy. Well, when the double kick, he said, "Yep, I hit it. One trigger, but they both went off. Turned me right around."
Yeah. Yeah. But when I saw this story, I thought, how many jobs have I held in my lifetime?
Yeah.
70 different places I can remember that I've worked at.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And this guy's worked the same place for 40 years and never missed a day.
Never missed a day. It depends how you treat people too. Like Winchester's. How old is Winchester? 1700s?
Yeah.
Something like that.
1800s. Yeah.
New Haven. Now they started in New Haven and everything, right?
Yeah.
So I went with my dad, and there was I don't know what you call a clubhouse, I guess they would call it, for the employees. And downstairs there was a bowling alley, a little 3 or 4 lane bowling alley down there where the teams would go bowl. But what really got me, and this would go how far back? That what do you call pin boys?
1866 was Winchester.
1860. There you go. I was close. Civil War.
Yeah. Just after the Civil War.
Mm-hmm. But the pin boys putting the pins up for bowling.
My first
jump
job,
out of the way. They put it back in.
My first job I ever had.
Uh-huh.
I was 12 years old.
Uh-huh.
And it was 1978.
Uh-huh.
And they still had at the 8-lane bowling alley at the NAS Jacksonville on Blanding Boulevard.
Mm-hmm.
Not Blanding, Roosevelt Boulevard, excuse me.
Like I knew the difference.
The bowling alley there had an 8-lane bowling alley.
Uh-huh.
And it was pin. You didn't have the automatic pin setters. And my first job, I was 12 years old.
You put the
pins
and
then
drop
pulling
it
the arm
down.
drop it down.
Oh, my.
And we sat above the
Yeah.
machines.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought it was the coolest bowling alley in the world, not because of that.
Oh.
When you walked in, there was a Coke machine.
You got free Cokes?
Nope.
Oh.
One side said, adult, children. If you put 50 cents in and press if you put a quarter in, and press the children.
Yeah. Coke.
Coca-Cola fell out.
Yeah.
Put 50 cents in, press the adult, Budweiser fell out.
Really? Oh my goodness. So that was different.
So we would sneak, but
I would never think you would ever.
12, 13. We're back there as pin boys. We the 4 of us because it was 8 lanes, so there was 4 of us working because you worked 2 lanes side by side, and we would sneak beer. So that was my first job as 12 years old. First restaurant job I was 14. Busboy. Athens Pizza.
Wow.
Little Greek slash
yeah.
place.
Oh yeah.
It was,
they make good pizzas.
Yeah, it was the lady was from Greece and the man was from Italy.
Yeah, they make good pizzas.
Yeah,
I'll give them that.
It was
Acropolis, North Carolina. Whoa.
Yeah, but it was the first job I ever had in the restaurant industry.
Really?
It's funny that I started in pizza, and the last restaurant job I had was I ended in pizza.
Always getting a slice. Getting back to Winchester, one last. They decided they were going to have a skeet shoot and trap shoot teams.
Yep.
And they couldn't find a place to hold it. So what did they do? Got a piece of land out in Hamden, Connecticut, away from New Haven. Bought it. Built this gorgeous clubhouse. And the guns and everything and all the. I mean, it was laid out. People complain about, they were about 5 miles, 6 miles away. Oh, the boom bothers them.
Yeah.
We got to shut it down.
Well,
unbelievable.
People complain about the boom in the forest, but they ain't shutting that down.
No.
The bombing range is still alive.
I feel my house shake sometimes.
Yeah, the bombing range can shake you. It can shake you.
Oh, it did. It does.
We're going to take a break. When we come back.
Who knows what we're going to talk about?
There's a couple coaches that have been charged with a crime that I'm having trouble wrapping my head around.
Coaches? What kind of coaches?
Basketball coaches.
Oh, thank you.
That have been charged with a crime that I'm having a little trouble wrapping my head around.
Okay.
We'll talk about that next. You're listening to Ocala Talks on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source. Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros. Trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
2 Men in a Truck.
Johnny, what are you doing in the bathroom? What are you saying? Wait, where are your toy cars? Oh no, tell me you didn't. Honey, call Mike Scott Plumbing.
I didn't do anything.
For once that's true, but little Johnny flushed his toys down the toilet and now it's broke.
I mean, no. I'll get the phone. What's the toll-free number?
866-314-4443.
Got it. 866-314-4443.
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, they do it.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new truck.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
And now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
Think you know Dex Imaging? Think again. In the office, street